Going to the toilet at night is never normal unless you're over the age of 65, when going once at night is allowed. So if you are getting up repeatedly in the night, once or more to go to the toilet, then we know your bladder is a little bit irritated and you're potentially producing more urine than you need to. Or you might be awake with a baby. If you're a new mum and you're being woken up by children or another family member that you have to care for, then it's probably that you're waking up and then you're needing the toilet because you're realising there's probably 400 mils in there or something. That's normal. If your bladder itself is waking you, that isn't normal. So the first thing that we're going to do to try and cut down how many trips there are to the toilet at night, which really screws with your sleep, and we need you sleeping because that's how you're going to feel the best you. If you aren't sleeping, it's going to ruin your day, it's going to make you grumpy. So, making sure that you have your last drink at least an hour, if not a bit more, before bed. So, say you're going to bed at 10 o'clock at night, you would stop drinking from 9 or 8:30. And what I'd also suggest is in the evening, say that you have dinner at 6:30 or 7, that between 7 and 8:30, you sip your drink. You don't drink lots of drink. If it's a hot day, you might need to be drinking a bit more. But if it's normal weather, then just sipping your drink in the evening is absolutely fine. And from about an hour to an hour and a half before you go to bed, stop fluid intake because you don't really need it, and it'll see if we can cut down those trips at night. Over time, your bladder will improve its capacity, its stretch, and also sensation, how much it's used to telling you to wake up. And you'll find that you probably can get away with drinking a bit later, but you need to start by really curbing your fluid intake last thing at night. It doesn't need to be hours, it doesn't need to be 3 or 4 hours, or not drinking anything from 6 o'clock. About an hour to an hour and a half is normal. Then you can also try putting your legs up. So during the night, because our body is flat, any inflammation, any swelling within the body, any fluid that we're holding comes back into the system. A bit like if you put your leg up to because it's swollen and you're trying to rest it, all the swelling comes back into the system, that comes into our bloodstream, into our kidneys, we wee it out. So if you put your legs up for an hour before bed, be that reading a book, watching TV, whatever it is, but just get your legs up, then you'll find that the last wee that you have before you go to sleep might contain some of that fluid that you would have had overnight, because that can help as well. If you find that you're producing a large volume of urine overnight, then that's something that I need to talk to you about, you need to tell me about, and we need to have a bit more of a think, because it can be other things, nothing scary. But basically, think about your fluid intake during the day, and especially at night. Think about resting with your legs up, and also about the quality of your sleep. So sleep is incredibly important. I jest that it's going to make you grumpy, but it's really important for your immune system, for your general health, for your mental health, and for your physical health. And if you're not sleeping well enough, then lots of bad things can start to happen. You can get achy, we can get more pain, we have a worse pain expression, so we really feel pain more. And we get inflammatory and immune system issues. So we need to look at your quality of your sleep as well. And if you're having trouble with that, come and talk to me.